Hi everyone, thanks for taking the time to let me know some of the things you wanted to hear or see more about. There are several questions about getting in and out of sitting. And I actually just had this conversation with somebody the other day. So I have definitely talked about this before and have several videos on how to get in and out of sitting. But I'll talk about it a little bit here. So, however, I have found that working on the other skills like tummy time, hands and knees, kneeling at a surface, side sitting, all of those really help with not only the transition in and out of sitting, but sitting balance overall too. So, how do we lose this? Ooh, don't mind me. So to work on the transition out of sitting, first, we can start with that. It's going to look just like the getting down from standing. It's probably gonna look not very pretty. So find a toy that your little one really likes. And now he's transitioning really well, but I've shared some other posts and stuff about this also. Find a toy that your child really likes. Put it a little bit outside their base of support, so they have to reach for it. Let's just take the coin since that's what you seem to want. And see, he can do the transition. So I don't know if you noticed, he kind of went over side sitting. And that's why I really point out side sitting, because that is a position they will use for the transitions. Now, if if his sitting balance and stuff was a little lower level than where he's at right now, it's always hard to go back and take skills away to teach them. But I would put something out there and encourage like the reaching, and then he might just topple over like that. The only thing I wouldn't really do is have him reach straight through the center. I would always kind of have it off on an angle, because you really want that weight shifting over one leg and hip or the other, not just straight through the middle. So again, like I've talked about, working on side sitting, and you'll see he does not like this side. I have talked about it in another video. Oh, are you complaining? Here. What one do you want? Yeah? Okay. So side sitting, like I showed you, is going to be a way. He's pushing back on me right now because he doesn't love it, because this side that I'm making him do is harder. But he's going over that leg to get out of the sitting. Getting into sitting, most babies learn how to get into sitting from their belly first. So getting him on his belly, comes up into hands and knees, and then he wants to crawl away right now. But again, it's going to be like the reverse. So coming over this leg to bring his bottom back. Now, that's why I talked about, so working on the skills like hands and knees, tummy time, all of that is going to be helpful. And we've talked about kind of a modified hands and knees being at a bench. So for your little one that, we're standing up a lot right now. And this is happening all the time. He is loving the bouncing up and down. So he, being at something like this also helped him with his transitions into sitting, because, okay, let's see, come over this way, guy. Bud, look. So, because he would be up and he would want to get down, and again, he kind of just brought the hip back this way. So it was a little bit easier because he didn't have to start from down on the floor. He was already kind of up, and it was a little bit of sitting back. But again, trying to avoid that going straight through the middle, because we want to avoid the W sitting. We can talk about that another time, but anything like more that diagonal, so going over the hips. I'll do it from this side as well, so I'll have him sit with his back to you. So he's up. Can you come get it? No, we're not standing. Look. So kind of bringing that hip back over that side and getting into sitting. So hopefully that explains why being on hands and knees and kneeling at a support surface can be really helpful for your transitions. This spit up still continues. For those of you that are new here, he's a chronic spitter upper. It's supposedly getting a little bit better. We'll see. I'm waiting for that day when there's no spit up that happens. For getting into sitting, so we've also talked about before, like if you have your little one reached all the way out like this, so kind of like a model pose, you can, hey, bud. It's very hard when they have their own agenda and don't want to follow your agenda. So look, come get it. So you can kind of start over like this and move the toys out of reach in the direction you want them to go. And ideally he comes up and goes to get it. Now again, like I said, he has his own plans, not following my plans. Might have to talk to his union about that, huh? I've also shown on a ball, so go look for my ball videos. I think it's highlighted under baby skills. Rogue's making his appearance. That talks about using a ball to help getting into sitting from the back. Again, I work on this a lot, especially in therapy with kids, because it helps to strengthen their core. But like I said, it generally, they get up from belly and hands and knees first. And I'm really talking a lot right now. So to get up into sitting from the back, they're gonna kind of roll onto their side. And again, kind of that, let's see. So the toys are over here. I'm giving some help at this hip. I'm also tickling right under this armpit here a little bit. He went onto hands and knees, but you can kind of see. So you could also start from like modified. So doing that and having him try to get up. I'm also going to his harder side right now. Good job, bud. I really recommend lots and lots of floor time and giving them just opportunities to play. And, you know, if they're not tolerating tummy time for a long time, like try a stool, try varied heights. So like we have toys of varied heights all over the place to allow for exploration at different levels. So let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.